Welcome back to our show, your show, Let's Talk Stocks. And sitting in studio with us this morning is none other than Mr. Alexander Melville himself, CEO of the Tropical Battery Company Limited. Of course, you know we're going to have a great chat. Welcome to the studios, Alex.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate being here. Love your studio. And yeah, congrats.
All right. Tropical Battery. A truly Jamaican brand. You built that from many years ago. Yeah. Talk to me about that process.
Yeah, well, great business, a great story. Family business. My grandfather, my father, and then my two brothers and myself really have transitioned the business from what was just a family business with a few shareholders now to, in 2020 going public with thousands of shareholders and thousands of Jamaicans that own a piece of what we think is a great business, sustainable business, made it through COVID, no issues. We listed in 2020, which was in the middle of COVID. End of 2020. So yeah, a brilliant business that has transitioned from family business to now publicly traded and now has grown. The big step and the big news is that we grew, outside of Jamaica in 2023 and 2024 this year in a big way, where more than 60% of our revenue last quarter came from outside of Jamaica.
Isn't that a fabulous story, Alexander? When we're looking at the Jamaican companies, a number of family businesses have been able to say, go public. And Jamaicans like to keep their things to themselves, family, keep it tight. But more and more persons like yourself and your family are saying, look, there's opportunity for growth. There's capital out there that we can utilize and expand if we just share a piece of the company with other Jamaicans. Yeah. How difficult was that decision for your family?
It's in alignment with our kind of core principles. We believe that to create wealth, you need to have, make investments. And investments, one of the best investment classes is, we believe, stocks and equities.
Absolutely.
And it's just a way we could broaden the ownership. Almost 65% of our, 100 and something team members, 185 team members now own stock in Tropical Battery. So they got in at IPO price. We went public at $1. We're over $2, and so that creates wealth. That's 20% compounding, a year versus 2% if you have your money in a savings account in the bank. And we also pay dividends, so that also not only get the stock price appreciation, but you also, get dividend income.
That's something that we need to teach in schools. We're talking about you're putting your money in the bank, and we're not knocking the banks because they serve a particular purpose.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you're putting away money for retirement, for example. You're able to buy into the company that you work for.
Yeah.
And that in what, 2-3 years has actually grown 100%.
Yeah, more than double. And I believe that, it's the second benefit to it is when someone feels ownership in a business, there's more pride. And so there's less little issues that we used to have in the business, because not only when someone goes out to the front line to change a batch or who's working in the warehouse, they're also a shareholder, they're an owner of the business. They can tell people, I own some of this business. And that is a great thing. Which we're very proud that so many of our team members decided to acquire stock in the business in the IPO.
And you've grown tremendously since then. Talk to me about that growth and evolution of Tropical Battery, the company.
Yeah, great point. When we listed, we were doing about 1.8 billion in revenue, and today, this year, fiscal year, which is closing in a couple of days, we should be doing about 5.8, 5.9 billion in revenue. So that's significant, threefold growth. So we're really happy to see that, and it's a part of our strategy. It was in our prospectus when we listed that we said we want to grow, and we've, true to our word and our board, we created a strategy that said, okay, we are already at a certain size in Jamaica. We can't get much bigger in Jamaica in terms of car automotive batteries. So we decided we went into, vertical and horizontal type of growth areas that we thought were in line with our core principle of sustainability, environmentally friendly, those type of things. So we went into the solar business, and the solar business where we sell solar panels and that kind of stuff. And that expansion led us to Dominican Republic, where we made our first acquisition in Kaya Energy Group in Dominican Republic. And that's a market that's 5-6 times the size of the Jamaican market, which is incredible. That's why we said, okay, we want to grow. We want to grow into bigger markets. And in 2024, we had the opportunity through an organization that I'm a member of, the YPO, which is a Young Presidents Organization, and I don't feel as young anymore, but they said in that organization, it's a global network of CEOs who make CEO before the age of 50, and that's how some of the criteria in it. And they put out there that this business in California was up for sale, and heard about it, did some research, due diligence, 6 months of due diligence, and 4 or 5 companies globally were bidding on it, from Scandinavia to ours to other US companies, and we were able to build a relationship with the owners, some trust with them that they thought we could close on time, and of course we weren't even the highest bid, but we were very, very close, and they went with our bid and we closed. Really happy about how that happened as well, because it was Jamaican finance deal, and just it's incredible to see that we had that capacity in Jamaica to help us buy a business in the US, where the assets are all over there. Now we're transitioning to the main market to raise some more equity, to pay out those facilities, and continue on our path of growth.
That story, Jamaicans, especially in the diaspora, need to hear that kind of story. They get a lot of the other things, but they don't hear the story that you just put out. Jamaican company, Jamaican built brand. You're listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange Junior Market. You managed to grow and expand. You're looking to expand elsewhere. You're bidding on an international company amongst other big international companies. You were able to raise the funds right here in Jamaica to help you with that bid. And based on your own Jamaican relationships and what you carried to the table, you were able to win that bid.
Yeah, it was significant. And I do have to thank Cygnus Group, who was really the ones who came through for us to help us fund that acquisition. And so, incredible teamwork and an amount of hours that went into that process, and I just feel so rewarded that even, and not only was our board happy about it, but the second bidder who lost the bid, he tried to buy the business back from us. He was so not upset that they'd lost a bid, I guess, but he thought it was such a great company.
Saw the value.
Yeah, was going to pay us 20-30% higher than what we paid for it, a month later. And we decided, no, we're keeping this company. It's a great business. And so very happy.
And it's paying off.
Yeah, and it's paying off. 9 months later, now we bought it in January of 2024. So 9 months later, we're so happy with what we bought. Revenue is profitable, great business, as you've seen in our last quarter's numbers.
Yes. When you talk about, Alexander, the growth and expansion of the Tropical Battery brand, and you talk about going into solar panels and so on, but there's another product that you're looking to move into.
Yes, absolutely. We are currently bringing in Teslas out to the UK. As you know, Tesla doesn't appoint anybody for a dealership as for the country, but we take the hassle out of it for you. We can buy them for you, new and used ones, and we have also been, 2 of our team members have been trained by Tesla team members on how to service these cars, and so we're really excited about that, because it's just something new. It's really just a battery with 4 wheels and a computer, and we think they're low maintenance, and it's a great brand, and so it fits perfectly with our transition where you have solar at your home, you're being green and friendly, and that charging your car with solar is just incredible way to save people money. The one one of our cars that we use for our bearer currently now is a Tesla.
Okay.
He would spend $20,000 a week or $80,000 a month with gas because he's on the road, 6-7 hours a day.
Exactly.
His gas bill has gone from 80,000 to zero, and our solar charging, because we charge a car at office, and even if we have to use it at home, it's something like $20,000 or $30,000 maximum a month in additional light bill. So you're saving $60,000, $70,000 a month in savings with these cars, and if you're doing it full solar, it's free. You save the full 80,000.
Yes, that's just fabulous. I like the strategy that you employed. You looked at your current situation, you see how far you've grown locally, and you said to yourself, where is the next tier?
Yeah.
Where is the next level of growth going to come from? Years ago, I remember being in a seminar with Don Webby, and he said the Grace Kennedy, by 10 years' time, certain percentage of the profits are going to come from externally. And that's the same strategy that I hear you pushing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Jamaica is big. How important is it for us to look outwards to drive that hard currency revenue?
I think it's vital for us. It really is vital. It is, and it helps the overall economy because you're earning money overseas, you're bringing that money back here. It circulates in our economy. It's a brilliant strategy. And if you're not growing, I don't think there's much hope. And so we think that we have put together, one of the things I really love is that you have to put together a team to actually do this. And it's incredible that we have team here in Jamaica. We'll have a team in Silicon Valley, California now, and also in Dominican Republic. And that team, there's leaders from each of that team that come together and we meet once a week. 2 from California, 2 from Dominican Republic, and 3 from Jamaica. And that team was what we call like our strategy team. And so everybody has work and we have things to do and tasks and all that every day. And then once a week we sit down and actually just revise our strategy on how we can work together better, how we can, is everything going as planned? Are we executing on our strategy? So, which is really important to just, take a look at that every once in a while. And so that teamwork has really inspired me to think that there's even, sky's the limit on where I think we can go.
So we've been chatting with Alexander Melville. He's CEO of Tropical Battery Company Limited, a junior market company listed in 2020 and seeing phenomenal growth and expansion. Of course, Mr. Melville will come back to talk to us about the second part of that growth story. But as we always say here on Let's Talk Stocks, we give you information to make better financial decisions. Come back with us tomorrow morning at 9, another insightful program lined up for you.